Going on day 4 of no coffee, and also still a little bit sick. Actually, not really sick, more on the recovery side of things, because I'm feeling a lot better. It's just the residual like grossness, plus it's still early morning, so I haven't exercised my pipes. I've only had a cup of decaf and then tea, not even caffeinated tea, since Monday, and I feel pretty good. I feel like my energy is a lot more balanced. I feel like I have a lot more energy at the end of the day to like give to Bianca, which is nice. So far so good. I know that my kind of results are skewed because I was sick at the same time, but I don't know. It's working out like I thought it would, and I hope that it continues that way. I'll probably treat myself to a coffee like on Saturday or Sunday and like enjoy it with Bianca so that it actually like means something and feels good. But it's funny, Bianca said something to me last night, then she realized it. She's laying down next to me in bed and she goes, I'm only gonna make you 3 more lunches. Like, potentially for a very long time, because once we move, I'm gonna work fully remote, and that she won't need to pack me lunches. And I've been so blessed and lucky that she's done that for me ever since I moved in with her, pretty much. It was not something I asked for, was not something I expected, just something that was very sweet of her to do. And she looked a little sad. She's like, I'm only gonna pack you 3 more lunches. I'm like, oh, it's okay. Like, then I was thinking to myself, I'll probably end up packing her lunches. Maybe not every day, but you know, if she's in a rush or whatever, then pack her something so she doesn't have to think about it and be her cheerleader. It'll be good.
I haven't seen you here in forever. Yeah, I know. I've been cheating on fashion with furniture. So what can I help you with? Well, we need to find a red carpet. Look for the consumer.
Not the first workout, that's a lie. The first workout that I've gone in after pinching my neck, that my neck does not any longer feel pinched. Big achievement. But last week, I don't know if I mentioned it on the videos or not, but I was in the gym and I was doing like push and chest day, and I was doing overhead press straight up and down, and I don't know if I was doing too much weight or just like stabilizing with the wrong muscles, but right as I went all the way up, in the back of my neck, it just felt like it went and like squished something that for days just had me like I couldn't turn my neck right. I couldn't like raise my shoulder right. It was crazy. But I took my time. I did my stretches. I've rehabilitated it and we're okay now. Today, going into the gym, I did another chest day and it felt fine. More importantly, the gym that we normally go to updated everything pretty much. I mean, they have a lot of the same machines and they just like moved them around, but they put in 3 like deadlift mats that have squat racks on them, which is sick. They've never had that before. It's Planet Fitness, so I mean, that's like, they've been anti deadlift mat, I feel like, for the longest time. And then they just added new machines. They made a room that's like mostly like aerobic exercise, it seems like more lighter exercise and lighter weights and everything. They kept some of it the same. Like they have a 360 room where there's like monkey bars and like jump boxes and things like that. That's all the same. But they did a good job. It smells clean. The locker rooms look clean again. So good job, Planet Fitness Stanton. With that being said, I only get to enjoy it for a couple more weeks. And then we go to Georgia and there's a Planet Fitness there, which if we stay with Planet Fitness, then we'll just go there. It's pretty close by. And that one looks big and even nicer than this one. So we'll see what that has to offer. But I'm just glad that I feel good. I'm glad that my neck doesn't feel pinched anymore. I even recorded a couple clips of this this session. So it is Friday. So I get to go home, get through a work day, and then enjoy my evening. Bianca's going to be out with one of her friends. So I might be working on something with another friend or just hanging out and enjoying it. Before I go inside, I noticed it yesterday when I was coming home that there is a like palm frond in the road, right as you turn right into our complex. And I noticed that like as I brake on it, it just slips and like skips. And my car can handle it, but I just know that there's someone that lives here or is going to come here that has a car that can't handle it. So we're going to go ahead and remove that palm front. And who knows, maybe it'll help someone else not slip and slide all over the place in their car. It's got me. Who knows who else it'll get.
Oh, it was actual money, a higher ACV sticker, stickier, fewer of them.
Hello? Do you have a side quest for me?
There might be Peanut.
Peanut the puppy?
The guy that lives next door to that house has a little dog named Peanut.
Peanut the puppy.
How demons!
Peanut.
How demons, you poor girl.
What doing? Digging for pavers. Continuing the dig of the front pathway, and we found
Mittens!
mittens. And not for your hands.
Not for your hand mittens.
Mittens the cat was in here. We don't
Here.
know if it's named Mittens, but
Yeah, we're naming them mittens.
we found bones first, and then Mom pulled out the skull. So there's the shot of that. Crazy.
Crazy.
It's kind of crazy that all that free dirt, all of that was in there. Whew.
So much.
Yeah. So that bed is done as far as getting dug out. There's still this over here, and then that one back there. That one will be the trickiest because there's stuff to work around. This one's about just as long, if not a little bit shorter. But yeah, just trying to get the depth right. And then they'll put pavers and cement in there, and then like pots and stuff instead of having grass. Be a whole different house. Like I think I mentioned a couple of videos ago, they repainted the whole outside. So I'm just doing bit by bit, make the backyard. You guys have probably seen in past videos the garden that's been in the backyard, but it's gonna be, they're still gonna have a garden back there, but it's not gonna be the whole yard. It'll be, well, let me show you. So this is kind of the pathway along the side of the house into the backyard. This is what you'll see. They've got mint and tomatoes just growing wild over here. They planted those once upon a time, but they just like keep coming back, especially the mint. But then they have their trees. They've got, I forget what this one is, but there's a lemon tree, and you can see the lemons down at the bottom there. And then avocado tree. They've got more wild tomatoes growing back there with a greenhouse. And like this was all of this was a garden before. So like there were beds and dirt and crops all where now you can kind of see there's like a square of grass there. That was all farm or garden. They've got the rosemary bush still in the middle, and then they're planting stuff along the back there like zucchini. I think they have cantaloupe back there and some sunflowers, if the sunflowers are still going. Oh yeah, there's one right there, sunflower. And then they've got a couple of trees over here. That was a Christmas tree, like a tiny Christmas tree that they bought, and they just planted it and it's growing. And we've got the birds of paradise, and then this is I think a loquat tree. We've had that plant, that bush, that purple with the purple flowers, ever since I was like a kid. It's been there forever and ever and ever. But they're just gonna let this become more of like a yard with their trees, and then use the greenhouse to start plants, and then put them along in the different beds that they'll still have, and then keep this rosemary bush hopefully forever. Because look how big that thing is. My hand for scale of how big this thing is. But yeah, so this might be one of the last times that you see this for a while. Not that I showed you very often ever since I moved out, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful backyard. And I'm sure they'll keep it that way. You know, started out as a different concept with this all being a garden, and now they're gonna make it a beautiful yard for themselves.
Are you exhausted? Get this face.
Hello. Jesus Christ. This thing zooms so much. Peanut.
Where's the peanut? Where's the peanut? Where's the peanut?
Just like that. That might be the last time. Not the last time, but the last time for a long while that I see any of those friends. Haven't really seen them all that much over the last couple of years, year and a half or so. Saw them a lot before that. Wanted to make it out for one last time before I head across the country and you know, enjoy new things and meet other people and never forget those ones. And for everything, you know, that's gone on, if any of you are watching this and you know where I am right now and you're like, oh, that was that night that we all went, yeah. Everything that's gone right, gone wrong, been magical, been less than magical. I'm thankful for those people and nights out and parties and times when we weren't sure if the world was going to stop or not. And it didn't. It's still going. And we're all kind of enjoying our own paths and having big news. I learned something tonight that was not expected, and I just, you know, we're all growing up and our lives are changing, and even the people that didn't think they were going to grow up are growing up, and it's just good all around. And it's very late, and I'm very tired and emotional. I'm not crying though, which is surprising. But I gotta get home because my future is asleep in bed right now, and I told her that I'd leave by 12:30, so I better do that and head home. But I love you guys if you're watching. This won't be the last time. It's just the last time for now. Feel like I'm being watched. Double watched. Oh, she turned away. It's fine. Watched. Dizzy. Good boy. Oh. Cleaning out these bottom cupboards and still got like a whole bunch of stuff. Even more stuff to look at and sort through. Probably mostly gonna end up getting donated. But yeah, just it keeps going. I thought it was just like, it is mainly the smaller utensils and things left like in here. But there's still these big things in these bottom drawers. I think probably the next place after this will be the cupboards in the bathroom. I just have a bunch of bits and bobs and things like that that might actually come closer to when we move and just like pile everything that we still want into a box or a bag or whatever. It is a Sunday morning and I'm continuing with working on this and getting things ready to move. Piece by piece. You can hold out for a second.
I'm gonna say crazy stuff.
Well, I need to record this because I want to remember when I have Alzheimer's. Coffee, lemonade, iced tea. Hey. Hello. It is 8:22 p.m. on a Sunday evening, and I've got a buddy boy sleeping next to me. And I'm in this weird, like, mode of anxiety, but like I've done so much proactive stuff today that it's like, what's stressing me? The fact of the matter is I don't really know. I think there's just like a lot going on, and I think when that starts happening, I'm like, there's so much going on that there's surely something I'm missing. There's surely something that I'm like glazing over, skipping over, just like not thinking about. My mind is so full, and like all the stuff that's in there is like active stuff right now. I decided to just like sit down, relax, watch some YouTube, watch Tom on the YouTube. Yeah, it's been a very productive day. I've been in the garage a lot of the time since Bianca's been at work. She's gonna be home in like an hour or so, hopefully. But I've been in the garage sorting through stuff. Still like trying to figure out exactly what we're still gonna get rid of, what we're gonna keep. I went through all the tools that are out there because I had like a toolbox, a small toolbox, a couple of tool bags, and then just like a bunch of new tools that Bianca's parents bought me for Christmas last year. So I just like opened everything, consolidated everything, and that's taken care of. So that's a nice weight off my mind. And then I went around and I took pictures of like some of the bigger stuff that we're still trying to get rid of, just so that I can post it one last time. And then if nobody comes and gets it, then that's the stuff that's gonna go like and get hauled away by pickup to take to Salvation Army or whatever. I think too, a stressful part of everything is we're doing a lot just like, not on a whim. It's not really the right way to say it, but like, you know, she's seeing her friends and family a lot. I'm seeing my friends and family a lot. And we're kind of just like doing things and enjoying the most of our time with each other and with our friends and family. And so with that, you know, we're kind of just like not worrying about money so much. But there's going to come a point when we get to Georgia and everything's going to be settled down. You know, we'll be in the mode of like, okay, let's start looking at what furniture we want to buy. Let's start looking at like the local shops and the local whatever that we would probably end up spending our time at and our money. And that'll be like the new ground zero of like, okay, this is how much we still have left in savings, and we're just gonna go from here. You know, I'll have my job remote. She's gonna be looking into stuff like to assist at school if possible. If not, I fully support her just focusing on school and like crushing the degree and coming out of it feeling good about it, feeling happy and fulfilled, and like she really tried her best. That's going to be way more important to me than any kind of additional income that we could potentially have while we're out there. But all that being said, I wanted to put together another video today because it is a Sunday, and I've been pretty good like the past 3 or so weeks of putting one up. But I need to remember that I don't have to do that. It's not like, it's not a commitment. It's not a contractual thing. It's just something I like to do. And I'm just so tired. Like I haven't even done the dishes yet because I got to a point where like that anxious feeling, I was like, all right, I need to just stop and chill and not worry so much about all of this stuff going on in my head. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang out here until Bianca gets home. And then she actually is leaving tomorrow to go fly to Georgia with her dad for 4 days. Monday, well, she leaves tomorrow and she comes back on Thursday. So technically like 3.5 days. She's going to go out there because our lease technically starts earlier than we're actually going to be out there. So she's going to go out there and get the keys. I've got the water and power getting turned on, and then our renter's insurance all set up. And then, you know, she'll get to go, she's going to go with her dad. So they're going to go to campus, and they're going to go to the bookstore, and they're going to just enjoy Atlanta and like see what's around out there and enjoy a trip together. And originally that was going to be a recon trip with me and Bianca going and like scoping out the areas and seeing apartments in person and like kind of picking one. But we didn't end up needing to do that. But her dad and her still wanted to go on a trip together out there, and I think it'll be good because while they're out there, they're going to be building our bed frame, which is great. And Bianca's going to be taking some like bath mats and towels and buying some things like detergents and soap and stuff like that we'll need. So when we get out there, when we drive out there, we'll just have stuff in the house to be able to, you know, get ourselves ready to enjoy our time, you know, because we're gonna drive out there, stay out there a day, fly back, get the cats, fly them back out there, and then we're out there. And I apologize if like I know a lot of the videos up until now have been about the move, right? Before it was the engagement, but it's just like these are the milestones, and these are kind of the things that are the major overarching themes at each point in my life so far. And you know, the next one, I don't even know what the next one's gonna be, because when we move out there, it's literally just gonna be grind time for 2 years. She'll be grinding school, I'll be grinding work, and we'll be exploring a new place. So it might be less like pushing towards a certain goal and more like just enjoying life again and seeing new things together and enjoying new spaces together. And yeah, it'll be great. I'm really looking forward to it. So I apologize if it's like overload with all the move stuff, but I guess, I don't know. I guess I do this for myself. So if it's annoying, come back in like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months when we're established in Georgia, and there'll be a whole new state in these videos. All right, I'm gonna shut the hell up and relax like this guy. Good morning. I have to be sort of quiet because Bianca's still in bed. But once again, coming at you from the future, and watching back and putting that last video together, starting to see where the real pressure of the move started to build, with Bianca and her dad taking an early trip out to Georgia. So actually, you know, starting to pack things and figure out what we're taking, what we're not. It wasn't that long ago, but it seems very far away, that stress, thankfully. You know, we're in a new place, settled in this new home. Very grateful to my past self for taking it as seriously as I did. So with that, I'll wrap this up. I hope you have a lovely rest of your Sunday, Monday, whatever it is, wherever you are. And, well, myself and the kitty cats will catch you in the next one.